I really hate to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Remember when I made the video talking about Jason Whitlock no longer working for Fox Sports 1, and you had everyone in the comment section saying I didn't know what I was talking about, where you get your information from. And I also said in that video, do not be surprised if you see Jason Whitlock back on radio, probably starting a podcast or joining a podcast, and this happens. Now, Jason Whitlock is going to be joining Clay Travis on Outkick the Coverage. It's a website. It's also a podcast plus a radio show, which Outkick the Coverage, it's on Fox Sports Radio. Okay? So, technically, Jason Whitlock is back on Fox Sports, but it's radio. All right? So, and for all the people out there that said that I didn't know what I was talking about, and I kept saying, Jason Whitlock is probably going to take the route like Joe Rogan and start a podcast, or maybe join a podcast and try to get that type of income Joe Rogan is making from his podcast from Spotify, the $100 million deal. Everyone is looking at that, by the way. And you see a lot of people just going independent or just doing their own thing instead of being tied down to a TV network, okay? Instead of joining CNN, Fox Sports 1, ESPN, and due to this pandemic, a lot of those corporations are letting go of their reporters left to right. I wonder why. Because there's no sports to cover. Therefore, you don't need this many columnists or sports announcers or sports personalities, because there's really nothing to cover, okay? So, Jason Whitlock is joining Clay Travis on his radio show, which is Outkick Coverage, which is on every Fox Sports 1 radio station, by the way. Also, he's going to be on his he's going to join up with doing the podcast, as well as being a contributor, a columnist to the website. And I kept telling you guys. Now, quick disclaimer, I am not a Jason Whitlock fan. I do not like the things Jason Whitlock does, okay? I also said in that video, and a lot of people did not heed my words or, said that I didn't know I was talking about this, that, and the third. I kept telling you guys that Jason Whitlock has a cult following. It's just his cult following is his haters, okay? You guys contribute and give him job opportunities, all right? It's you guys. It's not, believe it or not, there's not a lot of people out there that likes Jason Whitlock and his opinions and his takes, okay? He has more haters than fans. You haters are the reason why Jason Whitlock continues to find work. If you guys simply stop watching him, okay, he does not have clout, he does not have attention, and he does not pick up these opportunities, okay? So, Jason Whitlock is going to be joining Clay Travis on that, which, by the way, Outkick the Coverage first reported that Jason Whitlock was leaving Fox Sports 1. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to be joining Outkick the Coverage, okay? Which comes to another thing I was talking about, that Jason Whitlock always had a plan B. A lot of you in the comment section said, oh, you didn't know what you're talking about. Where you get all this stuff from, okay? Clay Travis first reported Jason Whitlock will be no longer working for Fox Sports 1 on his Outkick the Coverage radio show and podcast, and now Jason Whitlock is signed. He's going to be joining Clay Travis as a partner on Outkick the Coverage, the website, the podcast, and the radio show, which the radio show also is syndicated on Fox Sports Radio, okay? So let all this sink in. So you think all this is, coincidental, it's a coinkadink, I don't know. Like I said in my last video, a lot of you guys, I don't know where you get your conclusions from. You have this I'm half pregnant analogy, you're almost pregnant analogy, and I know Jason Whitlock, I know a lot of you, Jason Whitlock is very he's a type of person that irritates a lot of people. A lot of people hate Jason Whitlock. I do not support, I do not like Jason Whitlock, and I do not like his outtakes, and that's the reason why Jason Whitlock continues to find work, because guess what? There are other networks, podcasts, websites that think the same way, that has the same tone like Jason Whitlock. Now, in Speak For Yourself news, by the way, let's go ahead and get this out. They have found their replacement for Jason Whitlock. I'm not going to say his name because I know I'm going to butcher his name. He used to, he played football. He was a linebacker. And he also did some work for ESPN as a journalist or a sports commentator. And now Fox Sports 1 has picked him up. I think it's a decent move. We'll see how this affects their numbers. Are people going to continue to watch Speak For Yourself? Because, folks, I know a lot of you don't want to give him credit, but a lot of people did watch Speak For Yourself just to see what Jason Whitlock is going to utter out of his mouth, which is his haters. A lot of you guys go see Speak For Yourself just to see what Jason Whitlock's going to say about LeBron, or the black community, or Colin Kaepernick, whatever. He's going to say something negative about that. So you guys drive in droves to go check out his show just to see what he's going to hear next. So are y'all going to still have that same energy and contribute and support Speak For Yourself? I highly doubt it. A lot of you guys are followers. You're going to follow where Jason Whitlock goes to, which means a lot of the viewership, a lot of the fans, a lot of the listeners are going to stop watching Speak For Yourself. Maybe not now, but it's going to be in the back of your mind. You're going to leave not even concerned about Speak For Yourself, just to see what Jason Whitlock is saying on Outkick, the coverage, the podcast, and the radio show, which this radio show, it premieres in the morning time on Fox Sports Radio, okay, which is still owned. Is Fox Sports Radio still owned by Fox Sports 1? Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports Radio, I think they do, okay? Now, I remember they was thinking about selling Fox Radio. Magic Johnson was interested in Fox Sports Radio at one time, okay? And I don't know if it's still up for sale. ESPN was kicking the tires around it. They was thinking about maybe buying radio shows. But due to this pandemic, a lot of that stuff has ceased to exist. No one is not interested in buying a 24-hour sports radio show, a program like Fox Sports Radio, because there's really nothing to talk about, okay? Basketball, we're getting word it may not happen. We still don't know what's going on with football. Baseball is still negotiating over money. So we may not see sports until next year, possibly, okay? And this is what happens when you are a sports columnist, or a sports radio host, or whatever your label is in sports entertainment. When you don't have anything to cover or, to report about, this is what happened. These are the casualties of war, so to say. Josina Anderson no longer works for ESPN. All of a sudden these networks find reasons to let you go. Or don't figure out a way not to re-sign you. All of a sudden, all that stuff starts to trickle in, So, Jason Whitlock is going to be with Outkick, the coverage. We'll see what happens there. Will the website numbers go up? Will the podcast numbers go up? And even the radio show. We're going to wait. I really think it is, because a lot of you haters are going to support Jason Whitlock on his future endeavor, and a lot of you guys are going to get him a lot of coin, and maybe get that Joe Rogan type of deal with Spotify. A lot of you haters, like I said, some of your biggest haters are some of your biggest fans are your haters. Okay, so there you have it. Please don't come on the comment section talking about I didn't know what I was talking about. I first talked about this. I first laid the groundwork on this. give me some credit for that. If, I don't know what I'm talking about, and you said the wrong name, and this, that, and you butcher people's names. I may butcher people's names. I may say the wrong name a count or two, but I think I know what I'm talking about, okay? And I hate to toot my own horn, but I had to toot it, okay? So, guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm pretty sure a lot of you blind witnesses are going to comment in the comment section and try to make excuses to what you said. Some of you guys are not even going to comment. That's how much of a coward you are. You had all that energy in the last video. You're probably not going to comment in this video, but it is what it is. Still love you, okay? No matter if you're my fan or you're my hater, you're still watching, right? You're still either disliking it or liking the video. You're still supporting the video, okay? A lot of you guys, that hate these personalities, but you always continue to find out somehow, some way to support their content, but you don't like them. It's weird to me. A lot of you guys are very weird, okay? Some of you guys are some weird individuals, okay? But I digress. I love you weird individuals. Just keep watching the content, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.